Hello and welcome to Double Talk, right here on Channel 98. I'm Mark Steffen.
I'm Michael Mandel. Hello, audience. How are you? Good to see you all. Thank you. Thank you. Is the sound down on the audience? You can't hear them.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
That's good.
No, we've turned the microphones off to our fabulous studio audience.
Yes, because they are too uproarious. I see you're wearing some bling.
Well,
that's
a little
Angry Birds.
Angry Bird bling.
If we had two, you could be knocking my pigs out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Knocking out. You never played that game, did you?
I've never played it in my life.
Oh. I'm up to like my third level. Not even third level, but third series of Angry Birds games.
Really?
Yeah, they're really fun to play.
Aren't video games kind of like card games in church?
No, I'm into
Life's
sports.
too short.
I'm into sports.
Oh.
Card games in church.
Yeah.
While you're listening to sermons, so while you're
there's
having
got to be something better to do.
Well, if you can't get to sleep playing Angry Birds, you have this sense of conquering, then you have weird dreams afterwards.
I would rather watch a rerun of this show than to do any of those other things.
Well, you were always a little sadistic. So I guess that's what did it. We're not sadistic. Yes, we are. No, we are.
We must be.
We're still here. We're masochistic.
Oh.
Yes. Sun News put out the Who's the Best? You decide. There it is.
The Reader's Choice Awards.
They have the listing for best radio host, radio station, but they don't have a listing for the best TV show. I guess they thought, or local station. Apparently, we've won it hands down, or maybe we're not likely advertisers for them.
Well, it's too late now because the deadline was
Thursday
for some reason.
No, this paper came out Wednesday, which would have been a day before the Thursday. We're hoping it came out a week earlier last week.
I'm pretty sure I saw one last week.
He saw it, but
yeah,
I'll check. I keep all my old papers.
Gosh, they don't have best advertising agency.
They have best funeral parlor. They have that.
They do.
Credit union, chiropractor, real estate firm. I mean, if you go to, let's see, what do you only go to once? A funeral home. How do you test? What do you do? Go around and
you
say,
attend funerals.
I didn't like this. Oh, do you attend funerals? It's not up to the funeral parlor to have the people give the speeches, is it?
Do they have a best pet store? Shopping.
Tire dealers, RV dealer.
They don't have any place to write in what they left out.
Solar company. There are a lot of solar companies in town, and they all advertise, so there's big money there. Beverage liquors. You have best green enchilada and best red enchilada. You were saying you thought Miguel's had the best red.
I like Miguel's red enchiladas.
And
I've just been going there lately. I like them a lot.
I like Ciro's.
I had lunch there today.
Still Ciro's. Again.
Yes.
They serve beer there too.
Why else do you think he goes? Beer, huh? I go to Ciro's because they serve girls. No, they serve all sorts of food. In fact, the stuff that they must put some endorphin specialty in their red chili. It makes you just want to eat that.
I don't care for the salsa.
The salsa?
That they bring to the table.
I like it.
That's one way I judge a restaurant.
I guess it's different taste buds that make a world go
See, Miguel's has
crazy.
a salsa bar with a variety of salsas.
But you're supposed to use that to put on your tacos.
You can put on anything you want to.
You could.
Burritos.
You could, but if the burrito isn't good enough by themselves, chips, of course, but that's salsa. Did you finish these? Remember we did a salsa tasting? Do you remember that?
Yes,
remember
I
that?
do. Yes.
Did you knock off all that salsa?
It's all
yet?
gone.
Is it?
Of course.
That's pretty good. I still have a few.
In fact, I got some more today at the store. Or yesterday.
Salsa's good. We're working out another tasting. If you guys out there in TV land have any ideas for what we could sample and gradate for you, right now our only thoughts are in rum or tequila and martinis.
But if you want to let us know what you think the best salsa is, please let us know.
And we may go to some of the wine places around town and
get all the free wine we can get.
And tell you what we think of it, mostly honestly. But we do have, the world is a circus. That's the segue into the next segment here.
And the circus has come to town. I'm thinking about running away with it, frankly. Yeah.
Really? I thought that's why you're here, because you escaped.
Well, the cage was open.
And you just took your opportunity.
Yeah, so the Magic Land Circus is in town.
Have you gone to many circuses in your life?
Yes, I have.
Really?
And I I tend to avoid the ones that use wild animals because I just don't think it's.
You prefer them to use.
I don't think it's good to do.
Domesticated animals. You'd like to go to
Horses and dogs, fine.
You wouldn't mind going to a circus that showed cat and dog tricks, right?
That's okay. Those aren't wild animals.
Ferrets.
But this one claims to have animals from Madagascar.
Well, Madagascar is not.
Say, look, elephants should not
so
be made to do that. And they have to torture these animals to make them do that, to train them.
They get peanuts for
how
it.
bad that elephant? Yeah, they work for
They
peanuts.
work for peanuts. Yeah.
They should have kept it in the trunk because elephants should not be forced to do that, and you do have to force them. An elephant would never do that if you wasn't forced to do it.
And basically, in Africa, what are they? They are
They're
fodder
wild
for weird safari hunters. It's far better for them to like sit around and keep. They're being educated. They're getting a good education. They learned how to sit. This is what happens with evolution. Elephants start sitting, and then they start reading, because
they're soon to be riding a bicycle.
And not only that, soon they'll be taking over the country because they can throw their weight around.
What's that dark stuff between elephants' toes in the wild?
Mud.
Oh, it's slow natives.
That could be considered a little racist.
Oh, against slow people?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so anyway, the circus is here Saturday and Sunday. And
today
tonight and tomorrow.
Where is it going to be?
I'm not going to say when or where because I don't want people to go to it.
It's at Meerscheidt.
Yeah.
People should go to it because otherwise, if you don't go to the circus, those elephants are going to starve. They're going to starve. I mean, they're already here.
You see what I mean?
You have to feed them.
They're tortured.
Only if you don't go. If you don't go to the circus, you are torturing the animals there. How does that make you feel? You're going to let these elephants in a desert not have water or food? You should go there and bring them granola bars.
They like granola bars.
So,
have you ever seen an elephant go to the bathroom? I have. Oh,
no wonder you hate them.
My goodness, what an awesome sight that is. And sound, I might say.
Really?
Yes.
Is this from, did you learn this from going to too many circuses?
No, from going to the Kansas City Zoo.
Oh.
They had one indoors and it went full bore.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's like,
I loved it.
It's like the brass section of an orchestra?
Well, I was a little kid. It's a great thing to see when you're a little kid.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it really is.
And how do you use that in the rest of your life? Well, Ma,
I've never gotten over it.
I feel so inadequate. I can't. I'm down in the dumps. What can I tell you?
Yeah.
Because of that. Okay, so you want to bring up the fact there's a circus, but you won't tell people where or when it is.
I'm against
because
circuses,
you're against circuses
that use wild animals that they've tried to tame to torture basically for our amusement. That's why I'm against it.
Have you looked into this? What's the name of this company? The
Magic Land Circus.
Magic Land Circus.
You can meet SquarePants SpongeBob.
Yes, they torture him. I mean, it would be pretty much torture if anybody wore square pants.
If I had to watch him, I'd be tortured.
So didn't we decide that the best name for a circus would be Circus Olay?
Circus Olay.
Then people say, I'm going to see Circus Olay. And you think, wow, that's a great thing.
Circus Olay. Right. Really? They only charge that much?
Yeah. How much is this? It can't be more than $5-10.
Circus Soleil?
No, this
circus.
Stupid one where kids love things.
Oh, I had a free coupon for it.
What you do, you get popcorn or Cracker Jacks.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
It makes it better than a movie. You don't get Cracker Jacks, you just get regular popcorn.
Speaking about a circus, Highway 70 has been a driver's circus for quite a while. The way people out there are driving and speeding and crashing and burning.
Because it's a hybrid road. It's not quite a real, it's not
an interstate. It's not part of the interstate system.
It's not an interstate, but people treat it like that.
It's a U.S. highway.
Yes.
Which was around long before the interstate system ever went into effect.
It was the prototype for the U.S. highway system.
And it's as it passes through Las Cruces, it's as close to being an interstate as it can be because it's a divided highway. And now there's going to be, finally, a barrier like the one you see here. A 3-cable barrier to prevent head-on collisions like the one we had recently.
Yes. So it's going to help a little bit, but you have to help a little bit. Most highways do have that, that I've seen.
Many do. Now,
see how safe that looks?
Now, if you continue on between White Sands and Alamogordo, there's no barrier whatsoever.
Yeah, but you could easily fly off into the Tularosa Basin. Don't you often feel, as you go over that hill, that you're just going to float, just keep floating over the Tularosa Basin? But I'm sure that wire thing could stop a 3,000-pound car with no problem whatsoever.
Well, it would bounce off
it would slow
and crash
down.
into somebody in its own lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going in the same direction, so you're pretty much you know, it's
going the
better
same
than
speed.
going like that. It's
Yes.
going like that. Like that.
Like how?
Like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So
Have to
anyway,
get
that's
over
good. I think it is good news, although the traffic now will be a nightmare if you're heading east or west on
Either way.
Highway 70.
You know
until
what?
June.
You know what would really be a nightmare? The traffic going north or south on that highway.
On that highway.
It would be just
that's
horrible.
that's the problem we've had. That's
Yes.
the barrier.
Oh, and that's why you need the barrier.
Yes.
So what's worse is if you then bring elephants into the mix,
Oh.
rolling down the highway, that would be like crazy because they'll just fall right over that.
You know, I was driving down Highway 70 and I got into Las Cruces and there was a camel on the side of the road. The camel that they give rides on? Yeah, there was a camel standing there.
I thought it was going to be a cigarette
True,
joke.
no. No, an actual
There's
live
a camel?
Yeah, there's a guy who has a camel and he takes it around. You can pay to ride on it.
On Highway 70?
Well, it was on Highway. Highway 70 turns into Main Street, and that's where I
yes.
saw the camel.
That sounds good. Whatever happened to the goats? You know, we're going to talk about
Oh, yes,
the goats that used to eat
They would eat the
drainage
weeds.
ditch weeds. We haven't seen them for even last year. We saw them 2 years ago, maybe. What did they do with the goats? What did they do with the drainage ditch weeds? Did the goats trample them so monstrously that they can't grow anymore? Bring back the goats.
The great thing about the goats, if you hire them to come and eat your weeds, what they don't tell you is the goats then fertilize the weeds and they grow back even faster.
Oh, it doesn't seem to be a thing. What they don't tell you about when you hire the goats, you don't have to pay Social Security or anything.
What's a goat earn?
I don't know. Is that a person who takes care of goats? A goat earn? Like a
goat-
shepherd?
a goat
earn?
herd.
A goat earn?
And we're talking about elephants. Let's talk about dogs. Dogs are like
like
wine.
dogs?
I love dogs, and dogs love me.
Well, when you don't have a fire hydrant, any port. You know what that dog looks like it should be doing? Sitting around with a glass of wine.
Exactly.
That would be a wonderful thing. Dogs
on a
with
gold
wine.
couch. Oh, look.
Dogs with wine. Where can you do that in this town?
Well, you can do it at the Wine and Wags
Incredible.
event.
Yes,
That's
this evening.
at the Saratoga Room tonight, Saturday night, if you're watching this Saturday, from 6 until 9. Bring your dog.
Yes,
They'll be serving wine.
yes.
The dogs can meet and mingle. Humans can meet and mingle and have some wines.
Vince is going to be there. You know, Vince had a wine tasting last week.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Did you
It was-
go?
Yeah, we did. It was really good.
What wines does he like to use?
It depends on the situation. Last time he had like 3 Zinfandels and then a number of others.
These are the wines that he serves at Lorenzo's, right?
No, not necessarily.
Oh.
He works with a wholesaler, and they get things, probably things that have some sort of dog in their name.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well-
I can't think of any offhand.
Well, it's the pause that refreshes.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's $20, and it's to benefit the Humane Society of Southern New Mexico,
Yes.
Doñana County. So it is a benefit.
The
And
Saratoga, did you say more Saratoga?
The Saratoga Room, they're right behind Lorenzo's on University Avenue, across from the Pan American Center,
Yes, and he's doing something good for the Humane Society.
which
Getting
they
dogs drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think that's what it is. But you can get
You
get
can't get
drunk
your
with
dog
your
drunk.
dog. No, you can't.
Well, you don't drink wine to get drunk anyway, do you, Michael?
I never do.
No.
I never actually drink wine. I merely taste it.
Isn't that what Dracula said when they served him a glass of red wine?
Mm-hmm.
I never drink wine.
Slowly. Yes. So anyway, are we going to take a break now?
We're gonna
You
take
think
a
it's
break.
time? We
No,
didn't see how many fingers are being held up, so
It is
yeah.
time to take a break.
And when we come back, we will. What did we get up to?
We're going to talk about the Super Bowl coming up next.
Super Bowl is
That's
coming
tomorrow.
up. Really?
Super Bowl Sunday started 2
What
weeks
is that
ago,
about?
I think.
A bowl of wine. We'll come back and talk to you in a few moments.
Welcome to La Buena Vida Women's Club, located away from the crowds but close to home. Come in throughout the day for Jazzercise, the world's dance fitness leader for nearly 40 years. Treat yourself to a relaxing massage, or unwind in the lounge area or outside on the balcony with friends. La Buena Vida Women's Club, located and designed with women in mind. For information, call Diane at 650-9721.
Hey, you, come here. Do you want to know the news? The Las Cruces channel is now on 7 days a week. We'll keep it right here.
Celebrate, celebrate. Fiesta Come and see us today and discover why our service is second to none. In business for over 17 years, we have the right car for you. When you buy a vehicle from Fiesta Motors, we do everything possible to ensure your satisfaction. Located at the corner of El Paseo and Main. See you there.
Celebrate Fiesta Motors, where buying a car is always a celebration.
Well, we're back.
With
Double Talk, Channel 98,
Yes, Michael and Mark.
Las Cruces Channel.
You can catch us on YouTube under Double Talk.
Mark.
Michael and Mark, not Philip Hernandez. Hey, Philip Hernandez is now the president of the Las Cruces Community Theater.
Oh, it's
So, not Mark Steffen.
thrilling news.
Yes, well, as long as he mentioned Philip Hernandez, we could talk about anything and nothing.
I guess because we do.
Yes.
Tomorrow, Super Bowl Sunday.
Tomorrow.
Everybody knows that.
Oh, what is that about?
Well, there's a bowl. And
Yes.
it's super.
Oh, I love soup.
Soup.
I love soup in a bowl. What is
And
that
it's
about? What's
all happening tomorrow.
that? Can you read that word? Exlivy? Is that what it means? Exlivy?
Super Bowl.
Exlivy.
Something.
Exlivy.
2. 5, 6, 7.
It's
37?
47.
47.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, it's the first time in history that there's been 2 teams in the Super Bowl in which the coaches on each team are brothers.
That's an amazing fact, which is merely an amazing coincidence.
There are no coincidences.
But it has absolutely no significance in the world because, one of those brothers is going to win and one is going to lose. And then I'd hate to be there at family parties. It's going to be hell, I think.
Yes.
Really. I mean, don't you think? Do you think the older brother should win? I don't know anything about these guys, but does the older one win? And then he goes,
The older one
I'm
gets
the older one.
Well,
the younger one wins. He goes, oh, he's always cockier.
The little one always gets picked on by the older one
Yeah.
growing up.
So does that make him feistier? What's your call? Who's going to win? You got Birds versus 49ers.
49ers.
Yes. I like Birds.
Well, the miners would take birds into the mine.
To tell them
Canaries.
when there's coal dust.
But they didn't take ravens in there. Ravens
Yeah.
are too smart. They're smart birds.
Ravens are, yeah. And the reason they're called ravens, most English majors, I think, would vote for Baltimore. Because the Raven, Edgar
Poe.
Allan Poe.
Yeah.
And that's the only horse I have in this game because they're sports teams. I don't
What are you
care.
saying, Michael?
I don't really care. First of all, I don't come from San Francisco. I don't come from Baltimore.
That's just it. How do you pick the route? Who do you root for?
Even if I did come from one of those places, why would I think that the people that came from that place be better? And that's so nationalistic or
Well, that's the problem I have coming from New Mexico, where there are no
Nobody's
teams.
from here.
We have no team in this town, in this state.
Closest you're near is
And
Arizona or
and growing up, there
Texas.
were no teams in Arizona. There were several teams in Texas, the Houston Oilers and the Dallas Cowboys.
So the only place you would vote for maybe would be the Navajos.
Well-
that would be the closest thing.
Well, and then of course Denver, is
close.
an adjoining state, the Denver Broncos, but they're not in the Super Bowl. I really don't have anyone to root for in this. I'm going to watch for the commercials, like
Here's
I
who you
always
should-
do.
Here, you should root for, what did you do that thing?
Huh?
You should root for the Angry Birds.
The Angry Birds. Oh, okay.
They're gonna play.
The Ravens. Okay, the
I
Ravens.
think they should have football games between cartoon characters, which is pretty much
Heckle
what it
and
is.
Jekyll.
Isn't the good thing you're going to be watching it because you like all the ads?
Yes.
And then there's the halftime show where Beyonce is going to lip sync, and everybody's been asked to make sure you watch her lips to see if she's lip syncing because it's really hard to do good lip syncing. But if you could do good lip syncing, praise
Then you'd be
Milli
great.
Vanilli.
Yes, right. Who needs karaoke?
Yeah, that's right. That's a good way to get at it, karaoke, next time you're forced into that situation.
But I can't lip sync. You're not supposed to. You have to sing.
Oh, darn.
Now,
We should go to karaoke.
you were talking about
that's right.
cheeses.
We gotta keep moving.
You and I were talking about cheese during the break.
Cheeses, bless him.
Cheese.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Cheese.
Oh, cheese.
Cheeses.
Oh, okay.
And we did have a cheese tasting on the show a while back.
Yes, we did.
And what's one thing what's one place that you find cheese
The store.
in a mousetrap?
You just find a mousetrap in a store and cheese in a store. And where are you going with this?
Well, where do you find a mousetrap? At the Las Cruces Community Theater. The play. The
Oh, good,
famous-
because I thought maybe they had rats.
They might.
They might
do.
have rats.
And they have rodents too. The famous Agatha Christie play, The Mousetrap. It's Agatha Christie, right?
Yes, you know how famous it is.
How famous is it?
It's been playing continuously since 1952. How
In
many
London.
of you have even been alive since then?
When I was in London in the 70s, mid-70s, The Mousetrap had already been on for 25 years.
Wow. So Agatha Christie wrote the novel, or mystery novel, which
Yes.
is different than a genre, another genre.
And somebody adapted it to the stage.
No, she did.
So she did.
She wrote a small radio play, and then for the Queen asked her to write something.
Oh,
She wrote a
Elton
radio-
John?
Yeah, and he was alive then, wasn't he? And then she was gonna. They said, "Can we use it to do a movie?" And she said, "Sure, let me."
A movie?
write it." Yeah. Oh no, the play first. She did the play.
Did they do a movie? They must have.
They did a movie with some famous people.
I'm
You
sure-
should know that.
I've
We
never
won't
seen
ask
the
you
movie.
that. No. Well,
And what's the story about?
it's your typical Agatha Christie plot where you have a bunch of people stuck in a place and people start dying.
And someone died, and who's the killer?
And then you don't know because you're in this place where you can't get out of.
Every time the lights go off, somebody dies. And the
And
lights come back
everybody has a motive. Everybody has a motive to be killing everybody else. So it's a wonderful play. There's some interesting characters in there. The set, I haven't seen any rehearsals, but the set is pretty good. Larry Chandler's been doing that.
Well, now you're on the board of directors of the
No,
community
I'm
theater.
not. I used to be.
You're not on the board at all?
No, I'm not.
As a past president?
Yes. Seal Herman is directing. Her first play she ever directed was at the community theater, but now, of course, she does.
She owns the Black Box Theater.
Black Box Theater is having the Fantastics, which is playing this week, as well as next week. Its run has been extended.
That's true. So, well, anyway, The Mousetrap opened last night, Friday night. It's going to run for 3 weekends, I assume.
Yes. 8
Downtown.
o'clock shows.
8 o'clock shows downtown, and they'll do Sunday matinees. I'm
Don't
sure.
make mistakes between the. Oh man,
Oh.
it's not going to look like that in the movie theater or in the theater.
the movie theater.
They play plays. Don't make a mistake between the Black Box Theater and the Las Cruces Community Theater. They're two different things. Community Theater's number is 523-1200. Black Box Theater is 523-1223. Got that?
Okay.
Good. I'll
Anyway.
go with that.
Now,
It's arty month.
theater is a style of art, and
Some people do
coincidentally enough, February is the art month for the love of art month in Las Cruces.
I love the Love of Art Month, but that sounds incestuous somehow.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't?
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
great.
Is it?
And what's not to love about art, right?
I love it. How come only February?
Well,
Oh, I guess because it's the month of love, because it's, February 14th.
it's also President's Month. They don't get every month.
That's
It's also Black History
Black
Month.
History Month. I think it's Women's History Month, too.
No, really?
I think so. We'll find that out by next week.
Women's History
I
Month.
always thought everything is in February because January everybody's too
Broke.
bludgeoned from thinking about
Christmas.
things. People start to think about what's going on because it's February. You get a grasp on life. And then after that, the
Well, here's what I don't like
year
about
just takes off.
February being the love of art month. Why do they give the love of art the shortest month of the year?
Well, that tells
don't
you,
like that.
That tells you something. It's the most concise. And you know why? 3 out of 4 times, it's only 4 weeks. So you have a consistent amount of time.
That's
It's
when you have leap
4 weeks.
month.
month. 1 out of 4 times. So leap month.
Leap month. Yes.
It's
You
leap
know what
month.
else you have in February?
No. I don't.
Michael. If you don't, your wife will let
Does
you
it have
know.
anything to do with For the Love of Art Month?
It's-
Is there a word in there that it has to do with?
For the love of Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. That comes smack dab in the middle, which is where most of the good stuff is on people. Middle of the month is what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yes.
And, as we know, Valentine's Day is really for women. The guys have nothing to do with it except their duty, pretty much.
Is that because the Super Bowl is Men's Day for most men, except for effeminate ones like me?
Well, and so...
you think?
Yeah, but where's our presents from the women on that day?
They make dip.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Oh well.
They act like a
okay.
dip.
So what's
No.
your argument here? Women, you have to get the funny shaped thing.
Women have absconded with Valentine's Day. It's all for them. Just like Mother's Day is far more important than Father's Day. The women have absconded with all the dates. They get all the holidays.
No, men are there to make women happy, I'm guessing, and men
Well,
are just
that's
here
what they say, yeah.
to be, because we make
be
them
used.
so unhappy most of the time. So
I feel so used and dirty.
Wash your hands. So anyway, so you have Valentine's Day where you get some Schraff's chocolates. Right?
Yeah.
Schraff's.
Because you like nice things.
Yes, because people like chocolate. You know, women.
And flowers. Oh, the flowers.
Women who are usually on diet. Yeah, they usually diet.
Yeah.
Then they have chocolate, and then you give them the Schraff's chocolate, which is shaped like a heart, or whoever does those hearts.
I see. And then you have to pick one.
Then
You
you
take
walk
one
away.
bite. No, you don't like that one. You put it back. You try that one. You don't
You
like
walk
that
away,
one.
you leave your wife with the chocolate, and then she's mad at you.
And the price of flowers always goes up through the ceiling for
it does.
the
So
week
buy
before.
them now. Go to Albertsons, get your flowers.
Yeah, and
We have to keep moving because
make sure you give her flowers and not use motor oil.
What else can you do with used motor oil?
Well, people
you should give them used motor oil.
If you people who change their own oil should not dump it in the desert or dump it down the drain. They should recycle it. Take it down to the city. You know where you can recycle
Recycling
newspapers and
Yes.
electronic equipment.
I always recycle stuff.
Take it, save it, just take it down there. They can reuse it.
Women do use a lot of moisturizer. That could be,
Well, you can put it in your hair, slick your hair back.
Yeah, you look very sleek. I could do that. My hair would finally be straight.
You could go to a 70s hop.
A 70s hop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
We went to see,
last
I
Saturday.
don't know about you, but I saw
Last Saturday, we went to see Tommy and his wife, Shelby Chong.
the two Chong brothers.
We spent the evening in the same room with the Chongs.
Yes. There were probably about 400, 600 other people there, but it felt like they were there for us. Look how young they were last year.
One day,
Yeah.
see what smoking marijuana will do to you eventually.
It makes you grow old. He's been smoking for 40 years
Well,
or
so is
more.
she. She looks
And-
pretty good.
Well, yes, but a lot of wrinkle creation.
I have to say,
Motor
though,
oil.
we were very disappointed with the show.
Sound system, right?
We couldn't, what? Yeah, we couldn't hear. And we were only not even halfway back from the stage. We couldn't hear because they didn't have a good enough sound system.
Yes, we heard it wasn't Chris Mitchell's fault.
That's
and
right.
we agree. It probably wasn't.
No, it was the promoter's fault for
It
not
seemed Tommy was,
doing it right.
perfect. He was like he
He was
is
what
all
you
the
would
time.
expect.
He was great.
Yeah.
Shelby had some good material. She has to, learn how to handle
But she's
her
no Cheech.
material. No, she's no Cheech. But they did do a bit together, and then Tommy sang some songs, which were,
Up in Smoke, the
Moderately
song from
funny.
Up in Smoke, the movie that they did.
yeah, it was overall pretty pleasant.
Well, I'd rather go to that than go to Jack in the Box.
Which is our next topic. The new Jack in the Box is opening at Sonoma Ranch.
It is open, or as some people call it, Jack in the Bucket. Yeah, lunch will be coming right up.
Oh, you got that one. You really motivated that. Well, while you're upchucking, you can go to IHOP. IHOP is coming to University Avenue.
Yeah, the second IHOP is under construction as we speak.
I haven't seen it. I've been going back and
At
forth.
University and Turrentine.
Turrentine.
Yes, right behind
Oh, yes.
right behind the Ramada Palms Motel.
Oh, that's pretty good. So, okay,
it's time for us to wrap up, isn't
we're
it?
going to wrap up IHOP, and we'll hop out of here and see everybody next week.
Thanks for joining us right here on Double Talk.